Are you considering any kind of legal action for what happened to you at that Walmart that day, Linda?
I am, because it was straight up wrong. It was a violation of my privacy. It was a violation of decency. It was a violation of my dignity. And for the police to say to me, well, it's not a legal matter, it's a civil matter. But then the officer said to me, so if you want to sue Walmart, that's up to you. So
Yeah.
it seems that is my only recourse.
Walmart is a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate that has been a huge hit with Canadian shoppers ever since the Arkansas-based mega chain moved into our great dominion way back in 1994. And little wonder, Walmart is known for both great value and for carrying a huge selection of products. But recently, Linda Todd of Port Coquitlam, British Columbia, visited the Walmart in nearby Maple Ridge. She was on a shopping trip, but what she did not expect to happen was to endure public humiliation thanks to an outrageous breach of her personal privacy. And with more on this incident, Miss Todd joins me now from Port Coquitlam, BC. Hey, Linda, how you doing today?
I'm good, David. Thanks for having me.
Well, it is indeed a pleasure. So, Linda, take us back to that day a few weeks ago when you went to pay for your merchandise at a Walmart cashier. What exactly happened?
Well, I was standing there and I was kind of looking around. I always like to, know what's going on around me. And I noticed above her on the pillar that is part of the the checkout stand, there was like a video screen, a screen that was probably about this big. And I'm looking at it and I could see somebody was on the screen and the camera angle was very bad. It was looking up this person's skirt. And I was looking at the video because the face was getting out of the screen. And I'm looking at this thinking, oh, that poor person, who is that? Who is that on the screen? That's terrible. And then I recognized my own clothing and I went, oh, that's me on the screen. And then I looked around to see who else could be seeing this screen and the way it's facing. Anybody who's on that end of Walmart walking past the check stands, and there's always a bunch of people there, anybody could have glanced up and seen what I saw on the screen. And I hurriedly looked around. I was trying to figure out where the camera was, and the camera was practically down at my feet. And so I'm gasping. I said to the cashier, look on your screen, that's me, it's looking at my skirt. And she said, oh, sorry, it's a fisheye lens. I said, I can see it's a fisheye lens, but it shouldn't be looking at my skirt. And she said, well, it's an anti-theft camera, so we can look at the bottom of the buggies. And I said, it's looking up my skirt. I get that, yeah. And she kind of apologized, and then she said, oh yeah, we're getting a lot of complaints about that. I said, no wonder.
What did the RCMP tell you, Linda?
Well, specifically, I said, if this was some Joe on the street with his camera up my skirt, we would know what to do. And the police agreed completely. And of course, we know that it's a criminal matter, and those people are charged with, I don't know what they're charged with, some sort of indecency. And but because we're dealing with a corporation now, because we're dealing with Walmart, and Walmart can say, oops, my bad, it all goes away. This is blowing my mind. And yes, I did go speak to the police. And as soon as I showed the police, both police members that I spoke to, as soon as I showed them the picture, they were both shocked and went, oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. It's not a nothing.
No,
that's how it is sort of trying to push it back.
The police did go there. I've reached out to the RCMP. I haven't heard back from them. I haven't heard back from Walmart corporate, but I did speak to, and I believe you spoke to this lady, Oksana Ayitzik. She is the privacy officer for Walmart Canada. First of all, Linda, how did your conversation with Oksana, the privacy officer, go regarding this egregious breach of your privacy?
That, she checked with that Walmart and it was simply a matter of the camera malfunctioning. And I said to her, the camera is a fisheye lens. it is functioning exactly as I would expect a fisheye lens to function. My problem is a fisheye lens doesn't belong where it could be looking up people's skirts. And she said, oh, well, I'll check with that Walmart again. Because initially she said they had it fixed, and I didn't even want to go there because I doubted. But it was just a camera malfunction, that it was really nothing to worry about. And she's like, oh, we really value your business. And I said, I don't value having my private parts on display in your store.
And let's just check out what Oksana had to say.
David. So we are both discussing an incident that we were not part of. So my understanding is that the image that is shown on the monitor is seen by the cashier and granted by somebody who's standing next to the cashier and facing the same direction.
Right.
So a statement, the image is shown to all, is a bit exaggerated.
Well, all that who are in, let me modify that, all who are in view of that monitor. That's what Miss Todd told me when she was, yeah.
David, you are allowed to inquire. I need to respond to you.
Okay.
Where I say your statement is exceeding the reality. So that is my opinion.
Are you considering any kind of legal action for what happened to you at that Walmart that day, Linda?
I am, because it was straight up wrong. It was a violation of my privacy. It was a violation of decency. It was a violation of my dignity. And for the police to say to me, well, it's not a legal matter, it's a civil matter. But then the officer said to me, so if you want to sue Walmart, that's up to you. Yeah. So it seems that is my only recourse. And to comment on something you said earlier, you said they should give me a gift card or something. I don't want a Walmart gift card. I don't want to walk into Walmart again. I don't want to be bribed into Walmart again, because honestly, a gift card for Walmart would smell very much like bribery at this point. I don't want to risk my personal space again, my privacy again, by walking into a place that clearly doesn't have a high regard for their customers' privacy.
Someone at the company, some senior executive, has to say something to you. Where does it stand right now, Linda?
I've heard nothing else since Oksana called me to tell me she was looking into it, to tell me it was simply a malfunction, to tell me they want my business. I've heard nothing, not by email, not by text, not by telephone.
Linda, like I said, we'll continue to follow this, and thank you so much for your time about this horrible incident at Walmart.
Thank you so much for listening and for taking this seriously. It's just been blowing my mind what happened. And just, women today, we talk about, valuing women and our dignity and all the trauma and whatnot. And my picture on the screen, that was just too much.
Hey folks, these farmer rebellions, they're really catching on. No doubt the mainstream media is going to demonize the farmers and their allies, just like they did with the trucker convoys earlier this year. But hey, why depend on the mainstream media for your news? If you want to get the straight goods, just go to farmerrebellion.com. That's farmerrebellion.com. You can look at all of our reporting that we have filed in the last several weeks. And you're going to get the real story when you tune into Rebel News for that. And also, folks, if you can kick in $1 or $3 to help cover the cost of our reporting, we would greatly appreciate that. Thank you.